Hi there, Doug on the road. Today we're at Fret's and downtown Westerly, as you can see, across from Perks. Great guitar store. We're going to go in and see all the cool stuff they have here. Quite a bit of stuff. So right off the bat, ukuleles. And as I said in some of my other shows, ukuleles are a great instrument to start with. They're small, they're rugged, they only have 4 strings, so the chords are simpler than, say, a guitar. And they're relatively inexpensive. Look at 116, 129, 129. Great way to start. Great way to start, absolutely, positively. So these are new guitars, anywhere from, looks like $250 to $500. Again, you say, so how do I pick? How you pick is you talk to Zach, and he'll set. You tell him your budget, and tell him what you want to do, and he'll point you the way. So here are some more. Since this place is called Fret's, everything here has got frets. Well, it doesn't have frets, but 125. That's not bad. See, this is why when I come in this store, sometimes I walk in with my hands over my eyes because I don't want to see some of this stuff because I'll be tempted. But look at that. I've never seen a resonator mandolin before. Now these are all consignment, I'm sure. Mr. Zach, you there?
Hey, Doug.
Look at some of this. I've never seen a resonator mandolin before.
Those were actually done. It's a dobro, like a resophonic dobro.
Yep.
But they would have Harmony do the body for them, and that one was done for Montgomery Ward brand.
So would you play that like a dobro with a slide?
These are from the 30s.
Would you play that with a slide?
No, it's essentially what you have with a resonator.
Yeah.
Is the metal cone.
Yeah.
Works like a speaker.
Yeah. No, this was
it's just to make
fighting
an electric instrument.
They were fighting these.
They were fighting banjos.
They were fighting banjos, and there was no electric amps.
Yeah.
So the way they fought banjos, because banjos are loud, is that's what they did.
Want to know a neat story?
Go ahead.
All right. So George Beauchamp, who is the inventor of the resophonic guitar,
Yeah.
is also the same man who invented the electric guitar.
He was all about volume.
He's the man who started Rickenbacker guitar.
Ah, all right.
So
yeah.
originally it starts as Electro and Rickenbacker's his investor. Rickenbacker wasn't a guitar maker. Rickenbacker had a steel plant and they had a Bakelite factory. And they made the steel bodies for National Resophonic. Around about 1932, Beauchamp, who was the president of National Resophonic and held the patents on the products, decides he wants to start making an electric guitar because he thinks that's going to be the next thing.
Yeah.
And so Electro-Spanish and Hawaiian guitars is the next step in that.
So the other part of the volume story in electric music is when electric guitars first came out and amps first came out, they were all tubes. They were all tubes. And people were playing things, but as time went on, people kept playing in bigger venues and they kept pushing them. They kept pushing them. They turn them up to 10 and turn the gain on the guitar up to 10. And these tubes would work. So they used to push these tubes to the limit and they get boiling hot. Mm-hmm. And that's where distortion came in. And all of a sudden people started listening and goes, I like that.
Yes.
I like that distortion.
It becomes a style.
It becomes a style.
You have 2 schools of that when it comes to guitars. Gibson guitars made high output pickups, but they had low power amplifiers. And Fender guitars had low power pickups and high power amplifiers. And like the old you got your peanut butter in my chocolate metaphor, guys started using their high power Gibsons through their high power Fenders.
There you go.
And that's where you see that marriage come together.
Yeah, and that's and then after a while, people started inventing pedals and stuff like that.
Yes,
and then
you could transistorize it, then you could control the breakup in advance.
Yep, and
which way you could get the volume without going deaf.
Yep, so cool beans. Yeah, so we got that stuff. I showed the ukuleles again, as I've said, is a great starting instrument. They're rugged. They're
that is the crossover drug. The ukulele is just a miniature guitar.
Yeah, no.
If you start with the ukulele and you grow to love that feeling of the body vibrating against you and feeling it ringing in your hands, then you end up a guitar player for life.
And if you have a little kid, I'm not saying you can't break them, but the
acrylic ones.
How old to start playing the ukulele?
Well, having an instrument in your hands, if you're going to have one that's durable and safe, and you go with an acrylic instrument, I gave those to each of my kids when they turned 2.
2. Did you hear that, people? Oh, yeah. It's right. No, that's good.
They love it.
All right, there you go.
They've all got them. I hung them up all on a wall at about 3 feet high. And my friends, their 1-year-olds will come over, and as soon as they can stand up and reach up the wall, they're taking it down.
Do you put them in standard tuning, or do you do opening tuning?
I put them all in standard ukulele tuning.
Yep, all right.
It's pleasing as you open strum it. It's just the bottom 4 strings of the guitar, but tuned up. So,
all right. So let's keep walking down the thing. We got more guitars here.
Electric guitars,
banjos.
Here's an interesting thing. You're talking about where the electric guitar started.
This is why I
lap
don't want
steels.
Oh,
so these are Hawaiian guitars.
See, this is why I don't like to come in here.
You see things that you like.
This is why I don't like to come in here.
So you're right. Guitars were competing with banjos because banjos were loud enough to sit in the orchestra, but guitars were not. And so that advancement, that idea of making a guitar that was loud enough to be on the vaudeville stage, leads to the resonator. But the idea of getting it into an orchestra leads to the pickup, because you can plug a guitar into a phonograph amplifier and get sound out of it. Graph needle and jamming it into the top of his guitar and then clamping it off of the tailpiece so it would stick into the side of the bridge, and then he would run that to a phonograph amplifier on the side.
People.
Just look at to make it loud.
God, I don't give you away from that thing.
So very cool, and you can see like the resonator guitar, how it's clearly formatted into this small platform. And some of them are pretty elaborate. Yeah. Occasionally you'll find weird things around here too. Now what Dave Denham dropped off an ear hoo recently.
Dave
Not the common thing to find bow instruments around here, but here's an upright bass. So we do get them. They are around. You find somebody who wants something big like that.
All right, now here comes the most dangerous part of the store for me. Around this corner.
Nice acoustic guitars.
Nice acoustic guitars. Some of these are new, but the real beauty of this place is some of the consignment stuff. Oh my God, look at this. All right, tell me, a 2850 Guild. That.
Notice it's left-handed.
Oh, it's left-handed.
Yes.
Very rare.
Yes, it belongs to the famous Gino.
Oh, that's Gino's guitar. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I know. You know what? He said he was going to.
He bought a Gibson.
He loves it. Yep. All right, that's a Gino guitar.
Things that you would use to amplify acoustic guitars would be in this corner.
Well, that's a nice one there. Full disclosure.
Full disclosure, it's Doug's.
It's mine.
Yeah. But as you come around the store and you start getting into some of the vintage guitars over here, we have a nice set of vintage amplifiers. You were talking about
look at that
tube amplifiers.
Yeah, look at some of these. I mean, some of these.
So if you look up here, this is stuff from the late 40s, early 50s, and then you transition by the mid 60s.
These were everywhere. I would say, would you say that this is one of the most popular amplifiers ever?
It's probably one of the most storied and well-loved performance amplifiers.
I would think.
Because it was considered professional for power. It was 85 watts. And by the early 70s, they're making them even bigger. This is the quad reverb, which is a 412 version of that. So this would be what Fender was making to compete with Marshall's big half stacks.
These things are so heavy.
They really are. But when you see an amplifier like this, it's a console. It really is. They put wheels on them.
Yeah.
You could use them in the studio and roll them around. And then they're really building stuff big for stage.
Yep.
But the interesting thing about that Baldwin one with the colored buttons on it, that one's kind of neat. That's the same amplifier that Willie Nelson's been using forever.
Is he still using one like that?
Yeah, they stuck the pickup into his Martin. Yeah. And that's the pickup that's been inside of it all these years.
So you could probably relate to this story. You've probably seen it on YouTube. So Willie Nelson brings his guitar to a guy like Zach every year to get refurbished.
Dan Ehrlichman's brother has a shop down in Dallas, and he brings it down.
And the poor guy, Willie's like, all right, needs to be. Oh, Willie, it's because he plays it a lot. Oh, Willie.
Have you watched the demo? He comes in lovingly with just a whole bunch of little dentist tools, and he's just applying tiny, tiny bits of glue into every crack each year just to stabilize it. It's like a spa day for Willie's guitar.
Yeah, but what the interview I saw with him, like he puts on, he goes like, if you can't if you can't get trigger in good condition, I'm just quitting.
So he keeps it going.
Yeah, it's like if you can't get this thing back up to speed, I'm done. So how would you like to be? I got it.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. That's what we're on about when it comes to guitar restoration. Everybody loves their stuff and they want to keep it locked.
It's an iconic guitar. Gibson Gold Tops.
The gold tops, yeah.
Yeah, those are iconic. Yep. This is Robert. He was on the show a couple weeks ago.
That's right.
Yeah, and they fix up stuff. I've seen Zach working on stuff and say, "You can fix that?" He goes, "Yep, I can fix it."
Oh, show him the D35.
No. Some things just they belong in the graveyard until we decide to resurrect them.
My guitar, the headstock snapped off it.
Yeah.
But you can never tell. Yeah.
Well, so long as you put them together the right way, they're usually stronger after they've been repaired.
Right.
So,
and plus you got all the other stuff that you could possibly need. Pedals, strings, of course, capos, a couple of mixers.
your odds and ends.
So, I'm going to give you a hypothetical situation.
All right.
All right? Kind of like a role play. Zach, I just came into town. I'm playing a Perks tonight. My car caught on fire. Can you fix me up? I'm a singer-songwriter. I got $1,000. What should I do?
Well, you have to. If your last horse died, you have to go to the stable and get another horse.
Right.
So,
but which guitar? I don't know. What do you got that would work for me?
plenty. Shop by price and comfort. You'll probably find for about $250 and up, you'll find acoustic electric guitars around.
Yeah, mixers. We got strings. We got cables. We must have a few mics around, right?
Not as often.
Not as often.
Yeah. Do you want to put your lips on something somebody else has had already?
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah.
That's one time somebody asked
Studio mics, yes. Ball
Can you
mics,
imagine
not so
somebody
much.
once asked me if they could use my harmonica? I was like, no!
Yeah. Are you done with that? Yuck.
No, you can't use my harmonica, no.
We've had that happen before where somebody comes in and they say, can I see a harmonica? Sure, you take it out, you hand it to them, they put it on their mouth, you walk right over the cash register and like, oh, I'm not sure I'm getting it. Oh, no, you had it on your mouth. You definitely getting it.
Yeah. You should know that.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, in the previous, and hopefully Ben can put a link in the thing, we did another podcast here 4 years ago. It was way before COVID, I know that.
Just before COVID.
Just before COVID.
We did it in
So,
February.
if you go to that particular podcast, Zach went into the history of frets, which was 25 years, 3 locations-ish?
At that time? Yeah.
Somewhere like that. 3 locations,
Yeah.
25 years, and plus his kids are here. So cute.
I've been working here in the store for over 30 years now.
Yeah, 30 years. So you could always check that out. So we're going to keep these things relatively short. Plus, as you can see, Zach's got a lot of work to do back there.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to sign off. See everybody soon. This will be up. I'm not sure. We've got to edit it and stuff. All right. Bye-bye.
Cheers, everybody.